I'm not gonna start my podcast with, hey guys, welcome back to the show today. Okay, I started this podcast when I was in hurry. Okay, I never thought it'll make this big. By the way, guys, if you're on my social media, you might have seen it. We already reached 100k downloads. That's like amazing. But seriously, this is like one of the worst intros ever. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. So if you have any cool intro suggestions, do send me because I want to do something better. Like, I don't know, maybe start with an introduction, but I don't want to repeat an introduction. There is a rap, but I feel that rap is also very long, and most of the people will be hitting like forward. So I want to create a new rap. If I have know any rappers who would like to give a try, I would love to hire them on freelance basis. And yeah, suggest me a good intro. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. So today we are going to talk about FAQ opportunities. Now, FAQ, why are we talking about FAQs? I love FAQs first of all, but why do FAQs matter? And why do I suggest it to almost all the clients not to include just FAQs under your product but also under your blog? You have to understand, why do people include FAQs under their blog? Because those are frequently asked questions around your product which people are asking, and you want to answer it in one go, and because you are trying to sell that product. Now imagine selling that blog with full power, and every blog you might have a lead form or direct link to the product, but you are selling something, you are selling your words. So always have FAQs under your blog. Another reason is that, imagine it just broad the topic coverage. Okay, having a broad topic coverage, let's say you are writing about again, I always go back to this example because I've written a lot of blogs on it and it's easier to stay on one topic. So let's go back to fasting. So let's say I'm writing about fat loss and intermittent fasting. There are so many questions on Quora, Reddit, and other places which no blog have answered. But these are like small questions. You cannot just create a full blog on it. So that's like one of the best ways to go ahead and create like an amazing short answer to it, which second point is also a chance that can get covered in people also ask section of Google. Now, no one wants to miss that, right? Some people hate schema, they want to miss that, but yeah, that's a great way to get more clicks and get more coverage from Google. People also ask sessions. So yeah, if you put schema right on your blogs, you can get covered on people also ask section. Third thing, chance to like, this is a great chance to improve your user experience. Now users love infographics, users love this FAQs and memes and other things which usual blogs are not doing. Don't be just another blog on your website or on Google. Yeah, don't be another blog on Google. So if there is an opportunity for you to put FAQs under your blog which can help user understand the whole summary of the blog in easier manner, or there is like, if you think from semantic SEO point, if you want to think about it, then there is always a next question. Okay, I understood this point of your blog, but there is always a next question. And if you're answering some of those next questions under your FAQs, which you can increase over time, you will see a great user satisfaction. So there are a few reasons for adding FAQs. And let's go into the tools. Now I really want to talk about tools. Some of them you might have never heard about, and I love using these tools to get FAQs. First tool is Quora, a very obvious tool, but go on Quora Spaces. Just don't go on Quora. Go on Quora Spaces. Check everywhere. You might be thinking that Quora questions are already ranking on Google. Why do I need to add them in FAQs? No, you need to. Like, if there is a Quora question ranking, and if you provide a short, better answer, Google will definitely rank that passage of your website on Google. So yeah, Quora. And then second is Reddit. Reddit is a great place to come up with very unique questions because Quora is filled with more of Asians but Reddit isn't. So Reddit is a great place. Go check the subreddit of the topic you are writing about and you'll come up with some FAQs. Third is Facebook groups. Now Facebook groups, you can just join few Facebook groups around that community and check out some of the questions. Just in the search you can go ahead and type whatever your topic is and you will see some amazing questions in that. Fourth is also asked.com. Now also asked is one of the websites I came across and I absolutely loved it. It fetches all the questions from people also ask and give you, and you can select your country as per that. It can give you answers, so that's amazing. Another similar website is called answersocrates.com, which is again amazing website. Love their pattern. They are also giving like some different kind of topics which are trending in that country, so that's something to look on to. Answerthepublic.com, next website, everyone knows about it, I don't have to mention. Answerthepublic.com, I guess everyone is doing their keyword research over there, but no one is picking up FAQs from over there. So that's great way to answer questions around your blog or the keyword you are targeting. Last tip is Google Question Hub. Now it's very rare you will find some very relevant questions on Google Question Hub. Sometimes you have to compose question around that and then you can do that, but Google Question Hub gives you an idea that people sometimes do not know how to perfectly type queries for search, and that's why they don't have any answer in the search. So it goes into Google Question Hub, and if you're not signed up for Google Question Hub, like, it's an amazing place. If you are subscribed to my newsletter, I have put a case study over there on Google Question Hub, that how it's giving me like 180 clicks almost every day just from the Question Hub itself. That's like organic clicks. So these clicks are always a part of search and they are very easy to gain, especially wherever you are located. If Google Question Hub is available, sign up for it. Whatever, like, you can sign in from the webmaster Gmail ID, and whatever websites you own, you can just go around, see the questions and submit answers over there. Within a month you'll see your number of clicks getting double. So that's an amazing advice. Thank you so much, guys. This is all I have to say today, and I hope you are loving the podcast. If you are, then go ahead the subscribe button. Find me on YouTube, Instagram, or any other social media. I'm dropping different kind of tips on different social media. Subscribe to the newsletter. I'm not kidding. There are so many better case studies and tips that are coming over there, and I really want you to read them directly in your inbox, and that will help you gain a lot of SEO tips and content marketing tips. I will actually do some Facebook and Instagram case studies as well. I'm trying to get one of my client verified by using some of the techniques, by making them famous on Google, or making them famous in the eyes of Instagram. If that technique works, I'm literally gonna tell it to everyone. I won't sell it as a course, I promise. I have never sold anything as a course. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I hope I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.